Hi everybody, welcome to those of you who've been hanging with me sometime, and welcome to those of you new to my channel. I'm Adele Levine, intuitive and medium. All right, so I have a cool little mug. It's the death card. I thought it was like fitting, but it's not really like, oops, meaning death. It means change, but you may see me using it. I liked it. All right, so thank you for the break that I went on. Those of you in the States, you understand what I'm talking about. Those of you not, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Hope you guys all enjoyed a break as well. Let's get to the subject at hand. So the subject at hand is about boy, I'm having a tongue-tie experience. Do we choose our path? I did a video on soul contracts, and I thought it was kind of similar, so I wasn't sure, but when I did a poll of things that you guys wanted me to talk about, one particular comment caught my eye because this person was told something I thought was really not cool about their kid. And I'm not going to mention their name or anything, but they did make their comment public so you could see it. And I just thought this was kind of a terrible thing to tell someone, basically, that we are choosing our paths that may be difficult. So this is a big question I'm sure all of you want to know. If we kind of are choosing our parents, which I've talked about in other videos, and you can reference those. I actually did a video on that. Particularly, do we choose our parents? If we feel like we're choosing our life, are we choosing our path? I know we'd all like to see it like Amazon, are we clicking away and choosing different things that we want, building our own avatar, like, in I don't know, in a VR game or any type of game, meaning the idea, are we actually choosing all these things and then inserting ourselves into this world going, boom, I'm now born and here I am on this path. No. And I don't want to kind of just do a hard no, but I want to explain. The idea is that some people believe that we have this full kind of outline of our lives, and we're kind of coming to earth, being born, and we just don't remember, but we've asked for all these things. I think this is a terrible thing to tell people, especially when so many of us on this earth have had difficult times in life. And so many of us at different degrees have watched people, have suffered and have watched people suffer and go through pain and go through all kinds of things. So kind of telling someone that they have chosen this really doesn't sit well. And it is something that I've asked that realm and have learned from the other side and higher beings and such. So this is what I've been shown. We have a very vague idea. We may say, listen, I want to go down to that earth thing, and I want to really learn what it's like to go through something that's going to transform my spirit and really help and challenge me to grow, or something like that. We all are coming here for some level of growth and learning and evolving. But kind of imagine if someone said, you're going to go on Survivor. Okay. And you're like, yeah, that sounds awesome. I'm going to go on Survivor. No problem. I've watched all of the shows. I know everything about Survivor. I'm a big super fan. I'm going to nail it. I'm going to know everything. That's just kind of how I see coming to this planet. We're observing in our new souls and we're going, hey, that would be cool. That earth thing. If you really want to challenge yourself, if you really want to grow, go sign up for the earth game. It's going to be awesome. You're going to go through all kinds of challenges, and you're going to grow, and you're going to learn, and you're going to experience new things. And we're like, yeah, I got this. So you kind of have a vague idea. You think you know what to expect. This is how I see it, actually. Similar to if you're watching the show Survivor, but then you actually come to Earth, and you're like, you know what? First of all, I kind of forgot the whole shows, just got out of my brain, and I'm starting anew. I didn't realize that, but as I'm kind of waking up to this world, I'm realizing it is way harder than I thought it was going to be. So then we have possible choices, possible paths that we can take. Every decision we make is kind of having like a domino effect, moving into possible choices that we can make. I kind of look at it like, and yes, I'm going to reference again, video games. I've been on this whole, like, I love games that kind of like choose your own path. I got really obsessed with Detroit. Throw it up. And I loved it because it is very much like you make this decision, make that decision, and different possible paths occur. Now, when I do intuitive readings, that's how I see it. I look at all the different possible paths that you can go down, make this decision, that decision. I'm doing the best I can as much as I'm allowed to with my sight, because I'm not allowed to see all, because I have to live here and you have to live here, and to help guide people and go left, go right. That's how I see it. Now, that is kind of the same when you're starting on this path. You may know, and even let's say you're going to become a parent or you're going to get married or something like this, you know that there are going to be difficulties that are going to challenge you. How you handle them. And a long time ago, I remember hearing someone who lived into their hundreds, they said, what's the best advice in life? And they said, it's not the difficulties in life, it's the choices. It's how you choose to handle it. Bing. You can just like, boom, underline that. How you choose to handle it is actually going to set the tone into these possible paths. So yes, we do have difficulties. There is pain. There is things that we go through, and many people have so much suffering and different things they're going through. Do you really think something is telling you, listen, this is a choice. You wanted to go through this? No, you don't know what dice is being thrown your way, meaning you're not sure on how and what, why, where, and all of the details of what this life is actually going to throw you. And then to get a little more complicated, so, hope it doesn't look like those strings on one of those boards where everything is kind of what I feel like it's going to feel like to you. But other people's choices in your life, like your parents and your children and your siblings and other friends and things, their choices, the more you're connecting to people, have this domino effect that is connecting to you as well. So let's take, for instance, your parents and your child. And I talked about this on, conscious parenting, that parents have a choice on how they're going to be parenting, how they're choosing to be a parent. Are they going to learn and grow from their child because we're learning from each other? Or are they just going to go, no, I don't need to do that. I'm just going to rinse and repeat what my parents did with my kid and just, not learn anything. That is kind of the case for reverse. So in other words, the child, the same thing, because people talk about carrying, all of your parents and your ancestor stuff. I don't really believe that, because it's the same with the case on reverse. You go through your childhood and such, and now you're a parent, and you're going to choose what you're going to do and how you're going to be with that child, not putting all of your stuff on them, not vomiting all of your past onto them, but kind of growing and evolving, paying attention to the present moment, not just the past going, oh, when I was a kid, this and this and that, but also paying attention to this little being and who they are. So you really think someone is going to sign up and say, yeah, I want to go through all of this horribleness more than this person? No. And that is where it comes down to the connection to all of us as a whole, meaning that we are all connected to each other. What affects one affects all. And that is why it's so important that we try to grow and evolve and realize that in this world, we are connecting to each other and having an effect on each other. And that is where it gets a little complicated, because people don't tend to like that. It's a little easier to control it in your own little environment, or to believe you have some control in your own environment. But people don't want to believe that what you are doing right now is having a domino effect. The way you handle something, and we are all imperfect. Just see me driving in traffic in LA, okay? So you would see a different, not so patient Adela, and maybe even that impatient part of me that got a little irritated will affect that person. So it's not like you're trying to be perfect. You're just trying to be conscious and aware of your path. And that includes, are you growing? Are you shifting? Are you trying to be aware and awake in all aspects of your life. That's the best that you can do. You can't sit there and get down on yourself every little mistake you make, which is a little different what we're taught, that there's somebody in the sky watching you, judging you, and telling you what you've done wrong every second. It's more you. So when you think about choosing your path, you may have a vague, and I don't mean like you're going to live in New York or whatever. I mean, I'm going to go to Earth and maybe I'm going to kind of learn some of these lessons and a little bit of that. Very vague, but you do not choose to go, I'm going to go here and have the worst possible suffering, and this person isn't. No. You have to remember there's two aspects. There's a part of you that wants to learn and grow, and you're hoping the people around you do. And then there's us as a whole. We are all responsible for everything for all of us. I hope that made sense. I hope that helped. Please leave in the comment below what you think about that. What other questions do you have? And is there another type of video you'd like me to do that kind of comes off of this subject or any other subject? Because I like to hear from you guys. So I know I have a ton of announcements, except for that my Patreon is still going. I'm going to be throwing up a video. I'm probably going to be doing a live this month. I'm not sure about classes this month because I know you guys are so busy doing so many things and getting ready for so many things. So I don't really feel like this is a good month for classes, but if you feel otherwise, let me know. Thank you guys so much for all the support on my Patreon. I love it so much. I like hearing from you guys. It's a little more intimate, personal. And this next one I'm going to do, you guys asked me how to recharge. How do I recharge myself? How do I deal with everything that kind of comes, like especially me particularly? I'll share a little bit of that, and I'll give you tips and things you can do for yourself. Follow yourself, follow no one, listen to your inner voice, and I'll see you soon.